live of the NFL on EA Sports.
Strap in, this will be a good one. 2 one-loss teams getting together as they're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
The word is potential, potential, potential. Think about this guy from the time he was in high school, one of the top prospects going to college, coming out of college, mentioned as a generational type quarterback. He looks the part. Tall, big arm, surveys the field, and can take off and run when under duress.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 16 carries, 78 yards, and a touchdown.
After the last game, they have plenty of reason to be confident in their running game. And even though they're facing a top 10 defense, they're not going to shy away from doing what they do best. Make them adjust to them. Make them stop what they do before they go to any type of a changeup.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Lawrence finding Kirk there for the Jaguar first. The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late, winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He's brought down there by Kenny Moore. This defense for the Colts, they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 3rd down, Lawrence forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Officially, and the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by their quarterback, the former Louisville Cardinal, Teddy Bridgewater.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
1st and 10, Taylor now. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 14 carries, 54 yards.
That's a very nice winning streak that they're on, and they've really seen this offense come into its own as a unit. And one of the keys, is that the ground game has been established, and it's keeping the defense honest near the line of scrimmage. Sometimes that leads to huge games for him. Other times, he plays a complementary role to someone else. But however it's getting done, they're winning week after week.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Bridgewater now. Finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Bridgewater. Now this will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Here's Bridgewater. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On is Josh Lambo for the field goal try. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by Lambo is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So 3 points on the board, as easy a field goal as you're going to get, but I can see you shaking your head.
I love that peripheral vision of yours, partner, because to me, if it's the 4th quarter and you're up 6, I get it. But now, even if you run and don't get in, you're still setting them up to go a long field, 98, 99-yard drive. How do you look at your defense and not give them that opportunity?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, ETN once more. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
36 yards on the punt with no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. A look at Sterling Shepard as he and this offense get set to go again. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball, all right? When guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, they're going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Dances by him. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The offense on third down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Bridgewater. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take possession of the football. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. Rolling to his right. And this complete right side to the tight end Farrell. And not much happening there. He's taken down, but a late penalty flag in the backfield. This looks like a roughing call. So roughing the passer there, a big mistake defensively.
Yeah, and even though you've got a quarterback out of the pocket and the rules change downfield, that doesn't mean the same rules don't apply with the QB. Anything more than one step, they're going to throw a flag on you every time.
And the Jaguars are going to have it 1st and goal as he'll take this down to about the 3.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Travis Etienne, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
13 yards remaining on 2nd down. Now Bridgewater. A quick pass here. He's got Shepard. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Bridgewater now from the 50. He'll drop this down to Taylor, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And this is Shepard on the catch. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
On the short game there, but that's okay if you're the offense. They brought a lot of pressure at him, and he uses athleticism to at least get back to the line and make 2nd down a lot shorter than it was looking for a moment.
6 yards left on 2nd down. Throwing, Bridgewater. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brought to the ground by the linebacker, Foye Oluokun. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this 1st half. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 36 yards out. And Lambeau will put this one through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the 2nd half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with Lawrence's arm, they may give him a shot to let this thing rip downfield. We'll see. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. The Colts getting the football first, and they trail here as we are back underway in quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the 2nd half begins with a touchback. But the Colts ready to go to work to start the 3rd quarter. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining 1st half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the 2nd quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
To throw, Bridgewater. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Foye Oluokun able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. Ross on the return. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Partner, there's a downside to everything, and the danger of man coverage is if you're locking down your target, you often turn your back to the quarterback and you don't see him. Sometimes you open up a big lane for him to hit you for big yardage, and that was an astute play by him to scramble out, see that lane, and burn them for a first down.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. He's got room at the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Robinson will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1 yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. And the Jags, Charles, I think they're in the dime here.
Covering a lot of field.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll air this one out for Kirk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10. straight ahead, Etienne. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. And now they're in the hurry-up. On third down, here's Etienne. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A play fake for Robinson. Now Lawrence. He'll buy some time right. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I certainly like what he did right there because he smartly wanted to avoid forcing anything downfield because nothing appeared to be open. Nice harmless slide there to avoid the big hit. And he gets a small gain on the play.
Call it a gain of 4 there, so it sets up a big play here. 3rd and a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Well, they were looking to pick up the first down on 3rd and short. They got a little more than they bargained for, finding the end zone as well.
And oftentimes in short yardage situations, you get a lot of defenders stacked near the line of scrimmage, partner. So if you can get past that first wave, there's usually room to roll, and he found it.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 15 now. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Throwing is Bridgewater. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it's second down. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They brought him in off the corner, and he gets in to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Here's Bridgewater. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Jags grab it.
Partner, everything that happened before that fumble was great. good vision, navigated the open field, got good chunk yardage. At that point, if you see a defender coming, though, just step out of bounds. Don't risk all you picked up before the hit to just try and get an extra yard or two.
Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And they sit in a good spot, having the ball back after the fumble recovery and up 2 scores in the fourth quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Steps away. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On 2nd down, a run with Etienne. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 50 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Might want to remember that 3rd down play, 37 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On play action, Lawrence. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Bobby Okereke. And the Colts are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. That's Foley Fadukasi who got in there and finished off the play.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
From the gun, Bridgewater. That's complete left side to Shepard. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Bridgewater to throw it. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Now the Colts moving quickly here in the hurry-up offense. Bridgewater's throw here taken in by Gesicki. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10, marking down at the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. To throw is Bridgewater. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
On 2nd and goal, Bridgewater. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And now the focus is really clear. They need to get that 1st down and either get out of bounds or maybe use one of those timeouts.
Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Desperation time, 4th down, Bridgewater. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed. And in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds. And obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. A 10-play drive that time. And it was capped off on the touchdown catch by Michael Pittman. Time definitely of the essence now, just under a minute to play, and here we go. And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Now, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Etienne up the middle. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. 2nd down and a run by Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Robinson. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone. And in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And the lead is up to 15 now. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was all finished off by the 17-yard touchdown run. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. They'll set up a throw. Pass complete to Shepard. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
One last shot now for Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Jacksonville, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Colts, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they will get a home date next week against the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks